Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Set 30 base.
That's right, baby.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, he'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards on the ground.
First down, Vikings.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Throwing, Jones. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. 10-2, son.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Blue down. Blue down.
Hey, Haywood. Get up.
50. Let's go.
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Protein spill.
On 1st and 10, Clifford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run the counter. McFarland. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, say, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
50. I don't even know why his team showed up.
Now Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Go! 10 Lobo.
On 3rd down, McFarland. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
You draw Corker.
On first down, Laird, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the... The 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up...
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go! Ready?
Now they try the right side here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, You've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Jones completes it to the fullback, Ham. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shoot.
On third down, McFarland. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 6-0 our score after one. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
And let's pin the
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
53, Mike. All day.
Get it.
Throwing on first down, Clifford. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Slam.
What?
Hey, exit.
Twins.
Go.
Back to throw. Clifford looking downfield for Godwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Off the play fake. Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Ready? 60 yards.
Come on, QB, come on.
Let's go.
Here's Jones on first and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. McFarland.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Jones now operating from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run the counter. McFarland, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Airing this one out for Evans. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jones. Off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 70, Indy.
50, set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Defense.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready? 180.
Check 53, Mike. Hey, that QB's trash.
Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. From his end zone, Newton on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right on the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready. 30 base.
45 to Mike. Let's go.
Ready.
Jones on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
5.
They run the counter. McFarland. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And the Ravens have taken the lead in a very offensive-minded game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Let's go.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
On 3rd down, Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. They're going to try and throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Danielle Hunter. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out.
Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3rd and 12.
Got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
55.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about
that.
Super toe.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Clifford. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle to Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw on second down. Clifford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Looking to throw. Clifford. They only needed about 4. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a